Good morning, everyone. I wanted to give a garden update. So, here's the cabbage. And there are the pumpkins. Some of these didn't germinate, so I'll have to do those. And I wanted to show you, I pruned some of my zucchini plants. Remember how bushy it was here? I pruned it so that the bees can pollinate all those little flowers, because if those don't get pollinated, they'll just shrivel up and not grow big like that. So I trimmed up that one, this one, and then these three here. But I gotta do all that over there, and I'll show you. See, all those leaves like that go down to where the base of the plant is and just snip it. And anything that looks like this, just take it down to the root and snip it. That plant right there is really, really bad. I just pulled out the plant that was right there yesterday also. So this is, I know it had flowers on it, but it looks sick. And then I also need to make room for my other zucchini plants to succession growing. And then these little cayenne peppers, they're really growing very good. And my basil, if you're growing basil and it starts to grow a long top on it, trim that off, because it's getting ready to turn very bitter and turn to seed, and that's not what you want if you want to continue to keep growing basil. Same thing with the cilantro. If it starts to grow a flower top, cut it off. Here are my green onions. As you can see, the difference between that dirt right there and then the dirt over here, I let the water run all the way and it gets deep, and then the water soaks down into the ground. I try not to water from the top of these plants because they will get sick. They'll have disease. So if you have plants, water down into the dirt for a while. Don't just go like this with your water hose. Let the water hose sit and soak down into whatever it is you're growing, into a pot or into the ground. Let it soak in deep. I also, look guys, oh my, a beet! It's so pretty. So let's see if some of these don't get a root on the bottom of them. I will be tearing it out. I hear you can eat the tops like lettuce, but there are the little cherries. We've been enjoying just popping those in our mouths. Remember this tiny little plant? Look at it, it's so beautiful. And this one is growing so big, it's laying over. Yesterday I tried to prop it up, but it broke a stem off, so I guess we'll be having fried green tomatoes. Look at that one. Same thing. It's getting so big on the top. Also, to help aid with any type of disease that may try to take over a tomato plant, as you can see that my stump, how big it is. Just take off all the leaves on the bottom and leave all the top leaves, and it'll grow humongous. See that? Here's the runner beans, but look, only that one down on the end is actually doing its job. So these are where I pulled out all the bush beans, and as you can see the little green sprouts? I guess those take about 60 days, which is a short amount of time. So I'll be having more green beans soon. And see this, guys? They're everywhere. They are everywhere. Good for grilling, good for eating, which is regular food, salsa, burritos, meat, all kinds. And here are my sad zucchini plants. I pulled out that one there yesterday and the one over there, so I'll be planting something else. I'll take you over to the watermelons and the corn. Whoa, look. It looks like a ground cover almost. You remember the cardboard that used to be here? Well, you can see it somewhat over here, but it used to be all cardboard to like keep the grass away. And now it's basically just gonna be all watermelon pretty soon. It's already reaching towards the fence, which I don't want it to do that. So, and then the corn. It's right here. I was thinking about putting more corn right here because see the weeds? I gotta get out here and do that. It's a lot of work, you guys, to grow a garden. So I think I'm just gonna tear these out and put those pumpkins here and just let those grow. And then just have the corn here. I might put more corn here, but I gotta weed really bad. I've just been procrastinating a lot. So here's the sunflowers. The bees are super, super happy. See if it'll focus. There it is. See? He has pollen all over him. So cute. And there's gonna be some more that are gonna open up pretty soon. This one's already losing its leaves. I hope all the bees pollinated it. My Jeff and Tina sunflowers. I want to try to save some seeds so I can grow them next year too. But this is what the garden's looking like. That is not good. Versus over there. And see, when you see leaves that are like this on anything, you just pull them off. Or even if they're just yellow like this, just pull them off. The plant will get energy and take the energy to the top of the plant instead of the dead ones. I think that's pretty much with anything. It's kind of like when you cut your hair, when you trim your hair. If you trim it just a little bit, maybe half an inch, it'll grow a lot. That's what I've been doing with my hair. But see, all of this is from what, 5, 6 plants. I'm gonna get Luke to come out here with his tractor and load it up into the trash can. So this is what it is, guys. It's so neat to see something that was empty filled with tall plants that have so much fruit that they're bearing. That's what I want my life to be like. A garden. Silly, but yeah. Here is the squash that I'll be transplanting. And I have 2 more tomato plants that I bought to put in there. So, you guys have a blessed day.